Hello, credit unions. Okay, I didn't hear that. Hello, credit unions. Hello. My name is Ashish, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eltropy. And today, I'm here to talk about reputation management. But before we get into reputation management, please allow me to introduce myself to all of you. In case you didn't notice, I was actually born in India. So how many people over here have actually been to India? Okay, at least one person. So let me show you where India is. So this is the world map. This is India. This is China. And between India and China right here are the Himalayas, where Mount Everest is. My hometown is called Dehradun. It's up in the Himalayas. It's actually a valley surrounded by mountains. So when the British people ruled India for 200 years, a lot of British people used to live in my hometown. And as a result, Dehradun has some of the best English medium schools in India. And I went to one such British school where I learned how to wear a tie and a blazer every day. And from India, I actually went to Santa Barbara, California, and I was a graduate student at UC Santa Barbara. How many people here have been to Santa Barbara? Okay, a few. So as some of you know, Santa Barbara is one of the most beautiful places in America. And as an immigrant, when I came to America, Santa Barbara was the first city I landed in. And I used to think that all of America is like Santa Barbara. It's much later I realized that there are very few places like Santa Barbara. So I was there at UCSB for 9 months. Then I got an internship at a company called Texas Instruments. And for me to go to my internship, it was 9 miles, but I had to change 2 buses. It used to take me 2 hours. And a lot of times I used to miss the second bus, and I used to be late at work. So I decided that I needed a car. But unfortunately, as an immigrant, I didn't have a credit history. I didn't have much money. So somebody at my workplace told me that there's something called Texans Credit Union. So this is the first time I realized what a credit union was. So I remember in 2002, at 3 p.m., I applied for a membership. Next morning when I came back, and I had a fax waiting for me, and they had actually approved my membership, added $5,000 to my account, and using that, I bought my first car in America, a used Toyota Corolla. And every time I drove this Corolla, I actually felt like the king of the world. So just so that you know, that's me over there, and that's my Corolla right in front of me. And this is how life goes in circles. 20 years later, 2 months ago, I was actually at the headquarters of Texans Credit Union, and I met with the CEO, David Frazier. So that's David and me, and I told him the story. And now fast forward, David and I, we are very good friends, and Texans Credit Union is one of the 300 credit unions that we are working with as of today. So one thing I want to tell all of you in this room, that a lot of work that you do for your members, it truly makes a lot of difference in people's lives, and at least it did in my life. So I think this is a wonderful story for Texans Credit Union. I'm sure your credit unions also have lots of stories. But here is the irony. The irony is, let me go online and look at Texans Credit Union. So what I did is, I went online and looked at Texans Credit Union. I just did a Google search, and I said Texans Credit Union and reviews. And do you notice what's the first thing that pulls up? It's a Yelp page, and their rating is actually 2 out of 5. And they have 69 reviews. So this is Texans Credit Union. And I have Eric over here, Eric the Wolverine Gagliano. So Eric and I, we did some research. So Eric is from River Valley Credit Union. So I went online, and I did a quick search on River Valley Credit Union.
And we're beating Texans.
So let me start by asking Eric a question, and if I may please get a mic. So Eric, my question for you, sir, is that let's say today, if you have to go to a restaurant, and do you ever read reviews before you go to a restaurant?
Yes.
And what is the minimum star rating that a restaurant needs to have before you actually select that restaurant?
They really just have to have good beer. No, but a 4, at least a 4.
Yeah. So now please imagine River Valley Credit Union is a restaurant. If you look at these reviews, would you select this restaurant?
Yeah, our beer sucks.
So the question I have for all of you in this room is that Texans Credit Union has a low rating. River Valley Credit Union has a low rating. However, most of your members actually truly love what you do. So why is that? Why is it that credit union ratings online, and in fact, I'm going to pick up another credit union with Alex's permission. I'm going to pick Copper State Credit Union. And right here. So this is Copper State Credit Union. Again, 3.3, 3.5. Actually, that branch is reasonable. I think 4.2 is quite good. So what we are realizing across America, most credit unions, and in fact, you can do this on your phone for your credit union, have a rating on Google and Yelp anywhere between 2.5 and 3.5. That's usually the highest. So a question I have for all of you, why is this happening? Your members love you, but when I go online, your reputation is actually not that good. So Eric, why is this happening, sir? What's the root cause of this?
Because you've got to be motivated to make a review, and nothing motivates like anger.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So what is happening out there is that the small minority of unhappy members that have anger are the ones who are going online and actually controlling your reputation. But the vast majority of members that are truly happy are right now not motivated, or even if they're motivated, they probably don't have the means to easily leave reviews for you.
Yeah, and we don't ask.
And probably you don't even ask. Exactly. So the way credit unions operate today, and I'd love to hear from you, Katie, is that most credit unions are reactive. So let's say a review goes online, somebody leaves a negative review, a credit union reacts. So you go online, either you find the member, you call them, or you respond to that review. So would the credit unions in the room agree or disagree that credit unions today are reactive around reputation management? Jitendra, how about you, sir, in your credit union? Would you agree that credit unions are reactive today? Wonderful, wonderful. So today, I'm going to show you how we can be proactive about reputation management. And this is very, very easy. And I'm going to show you 3 simple steps how we can truly change the game. But before I go there, the question I have for Lindsay. Lindsay, why does online reputation matter today? Like, why is this critical? Can somebody, yeah, thank you, Eric.
Eric, could you be in charge?
I would be glad to.
If you want to repeat the question, that's okay too.
Yes.
If I want to repeat it? It matters because it's often the most, like the first point of contact with the member is what they're reading online about you or a potential member, so.
Yes, because most people today make buying decisions based on online reviews. And does anybody know that actually your reviews have a big impact in Google search where your search results show up? Do you actually know that? So if you have higher reviews and a higher rating, automatically the Google search algorithm in organic searches puts your credit union on the top. So as of today, I think there are 3 or 4 main platforms that matter. Of course, Google is number 1. Yelp is very important. Facebook, of course, shows up very nicely. Yellow Pages used to be a company that I used to see, but I'm not really sure that it's really around that much. And here's an assertion from my side that if we can manage our online reputation and really drive it, let's say to 4.8 or at least 4.5, Eric, it leads to more members and more loans. Would you agree or disagree with that? Right? Especially younger prospective members. I'm sure they're doing all their research online. And I think if we can have a stellar reputation, perhaps automatically they will come to you. So how do we solve this online reputation problem? So now I want to show you a case study of a credit union called Carolina Foothills Federal Credit Union. This credit union is actually not that big. They are only $150 million in assets. They're in the state of South Carolina. Let me pull up their online reputation. So what do you notice here? 4.9, 4.9, 4.8, 4.9. And as a result, I've actually analyzed a lot of data. Carolina Foothills Federal Credit Union is not just the #1 credit union in their state. They have become the #1 financial institution in their state. Because make a guess, what is Bank of America's rating online? Or Wells Fargo? Their ratings are actually much worse as of today. So we just go online and look at your market, and just look at your credit union competition. In fact, I'm going to show you how we're going to look it up today, your and your competition. So the national banks, or the big mega banks, their ratings are actually, in fact, even lower. So Eric, as you're looking at these numbers, sir, does anything stand out to you?
The number of reviews compared to what we had, especially since they're smaller.
Yeah, and maybe get a mic.
You just are going to have to repeat.
Oh, I see. Okay, so what Eric said is that what stands out to him is the number of reviews. And sir, do you notice over here, like for your branches, how many reviews did you have? Like 23? Okay, one branch had 3. And sir, how many members do you have, by the way?
27,000.
So you have 27,000 members. But sir, if you look over here, how many reviews did Carolina Foothills really need to get here? Like how many reviews are here total?
Many.
Maybe 1,000 at best. So out of 27,000 members, if you can just have 1,000 members leave you a positive review, this is what happens. So my question for all of you, and for you also, ma'am, wouldn't it be nice if your credit union could be the #1 rated financial institution in your state? What would that mean to you as a CFO?
That would be good, but I have a question. Have you seen any correlation between the net promoter scores and these reviews?
Very good question.
We do our surveys and we get a really high net promoter score.
Yes,
I think the problem is, do I need to repeat myself?
a little bit, please.
Okay. So my question is, what is the correlation between these reviews and the net promoter scores? Because we do our own surveys, and when we do, we get a really high net promoter score. But of course, on the Google reviews, that is a platform where we don't see high ratings. So is there any correlation between the NPS and those reviews?
I would say it's the opposite correlation, in the sense that most credit unions, when you're doing net promoter score reviews, you're getting survey feedback, it's usually the happy members that are responding to that, because you're actually soliciting NPS survey feedback from your members. But on Google, what is happening, like what Eric said, is the angry members, and a very small minority, like all he needed was 5 bad reviews. Boom, it all comes down. So most credit unions, what they're doing very actively, credit unions are doing NPS surveys, they're doing in-branch surveys, and at an executive level management level, ma'am, you're seeing a report which looks amazing. However, reality is this over here.
But I agree with you that we, the credit union industry, we are very reactive to those responses.
Precisely.
And we have had someone write reviews on Google. We responded back to them and they took them out.
Yes.
There were 2 or 3 instances where there was a negative review, but then they took it out after talking with us.
Yes.
But it was all reactive. It was not. It's not that we were able to prevent that from happening.
Yes. And ma'am, when you said we took them out, you mean took them out or took them out for dinner?
Those members took down that review that they put.
Oh, I see.
They took
I
that down
understand.
themselves. They had nothing to do with it.
No physical harm meant. Okay. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So what stands out over here is you don't need too many positive reviews. So if you look over here, the total number of reviews Carolina Foothills Credit Union has is 1,000 across all their branches. So can you get 1,000 members out of 27,000, Eric, to respond? Do you think it's possible?
With your help, yes, we can.
Yeah, he said with our help, yes, we can, but it's very easy, sir. So Carolina Foothills Credit Union, the lady who ran this project, her name is Shannon. She's very young. She just had graduated college, and she said that I'm going to do something about it. So she went to her CEO, and she said they had 2 aha moments. So my question for all of you is that when do you think are your members the happiest with your credit union? Anybody? The lady at the back in blue, ma'am. When do you think your members are the happiest with your credit union?
When you give them a loan?
Bingo. So this is the aha moment that Shannon had, that after a loan gets funded, that's when a member buys their dream car or their dream home, and that's when they're the happiest. So that's the one aha moment she had. The second moment that she had was that what if after the loan gets funded, that the loan officer that worked with that member could send that member a text message and solicit a review. And then as an executive management, what they came up with the plan was that for the loan officers, for the first 3 months, they said, dear loan officer, any review that you collect will pay you a $10 bonus per review. So they got together as an executive team. So they decided to buy a software. I will not tell you the name of the company, who that is, starts with an E. But apart from that, they created a business process change where they told all the loan officers that after a loan gets funded, thou shalt text the member a link to collect a review. And for every review that you collect, you shall be paid $10. And Shannon sat and she used to monitor this on Google every day. As simple as that. And what Shannon said that this $10 bonus got the loan officer started, but after 3 months, they actually stopped that. So any ideas, why did they stop the bonus program after 3 months? Anybody? Alex, why did they stop that after 3 months?
Were there too many reviews flooding through?
There is nothing like too many reviews. We always have less reviews. But what happened after 3 months is that it became the habit of the loan officers, because when the reviews were coming on Google, people were putting the loan officer's name over there. So it became like a healthy competition and a matter of pride for the loan officer. So they noticed after 3 months it became habit, so they stopped the bonus program, but reviews continue to come in. It's become a habit. And this is something they track at the executive level. So when they have a meeting, they look at NPS score results. They also now look at Google review results. They also, as executives, look at Yelp reviews or Facebook reviews, and they track it all the way to the top. Okay, so let me show you how easy it is to do this. So let's imagine now all of you are members of a particular credit. So it's a 3-step process. Number 1, you need to determine which platform you're going to focus on. Secondly, we're going to solicit reviews. Thirdly, we're going to analyze and improve. That's a 3-step process. Pick the channel you want, collect reviews, analyze, and improve. That's it. There's no rocket science over here. So the question I have for all of you, that there are lots of channels out there. So Eric, if you had to pick out of these 4, which ones do you think really matter, sir, as of today?
Whichever one the customer's looking at.
Okay, but what are usually customers looking at?
Google and Yelp.
Google, Yelp. I think Facebook matters quite a bit. I see a lot of credit unions are quite active on Facebook. I don't think Yellow Pages really matters that much. But my recommendation, at least start with one. Let's at least start with Google, because that's what everybody does. Like they go to Google Maps and put in the name of a credit union, et cetera, et cetera. So let's see how we can actually do this. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, the way Google and Yelp work, especially how Google works, is that the reviews are always tied to a physical location. So let's say you have 6 branches or 10 branches. We need to manage reviews by each branch, by each address. That's how Google reviews work. So you cannot have one page for all reviews for the entire credit union. We have to manage it branch by branch. So if you somehow, I don't know how many of you have done that, how many of you have actually, as marketeers, gone ahead and claimed the Google business profile for your branches? Has anybody done that? Okay, almost everybody has done that. That's wonderful. And I think that allows you to react, isn't it, sir? So let's say somebody leaves a review, you get notified, hey, a bad review happened, and then you go react, and then you take them out. Yes, 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 yes. So what you do is you claim your Google My Business account. And by the way, what Google does, there's a button over here that you can actually grab a link from there. So please imagine that every branch you have, in Google, there's a link that if you could send that link to your member, the member will be able to leave a review. And today I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. So step 1, claim your Google profile for each branch. For each branch, please collect those links. Okay. And then you do the same for the other platforms, and then we need to collect reviews. So now I'm going to show you how we're going to collect reviews from the members. So please imagine now all of you are members of this credit union called Achieva Credit Union. And you get a flyer in mail which says, dear member, Achieva Credit Union is offering some wonderful rates. If you'd like to apply for a loan, all you have to do is scan this QR code. So can all of you please try this? If you can just open your camera on your phone, just point it at the QR code, and let's see what happens. And Prashant, could you please give the mic to Katie over here? Katie, what happens when you scan the QR code, ma'am?
So, is this on? Okay. So when I put my camera on it, a phone number appears.
And what happens when you touch that?
I get a apply text.
And what happens when you send the text?
Am I really going to apply?
Please, please, please. Just for fun, no harm meant. We're going to approve your loan today.
So it text apply.
Did anything happen for all of you, for the rest of you?
So I got a prompted text. Thank you for your interest. Are you looking for an auto loan, home loan, or credit card? Text auto, home, or card for more information.
Okay, so can you pick any of those three options? Let's see what happens.
I'm going with home.
Okay.
And then it says, we've got your back. Click the link below. And then it would take me to
Yeah, what happens?
mycu.eltropy.
Yeah, if you click on the link, what happens, ma'am?
I get taken to their website.
And do you see an apply now button
Yep,
over
right
there?
at the top.
Okay.
Historically low rates.
Yes, yes. So this is a live website of Achiever Credit Union. Last Friday, I was actually in Florida, and I did this demo to their team. So now, let's imagine, Katie, that you click on the link, you go online, you apply. There is a 60% chance you'll submit your loan application, but there's also a 40% chance you'll start your application but abandon it. So now let me show you what's happening on my side when you're doing all of this. So this is a platform called Eltropy that I'm about to show you now. So I'm going to log into the platform over here, and I'm just going to refresh my screen. And Katie, could you please give me the last 4 digits of your number, ma'am? 9929. Okay, so I'm going to search you over here. Do you notice, Katie, everything you've been doing is recorded right here? So you texted the keyword apply. You got his text back. Then you texted the keyword home. And then after that, you got a text message back. And by the way, I also know that you actually clicked on the link. So now let's imagine I'm a loan officer. I come to work next morning, and I have this queue of people who scanned a QR code to apply. So question for all the marketers, wouldn't it be nice if you can have different QR codes? Let's say for social media, you can advertise them in your local dealerships. Print media, so anybody wants to apply for a loan, all they have to do is scan a QR code. And the moment they scan a QR code and this text messaging conversation happens, guess what we've been able to get from you, Katie? Your cell phone number, right? And because you initiated the text on your own, I didn't do it on your behalf, you started apply, the keyword apply, now also have your consent to text you back. So all this happened automatically in the background. So now let's say I'm a loan officer, I come to the office next morning, I wanna go ahead and pick this conversation. By the way, I don't really have a finished loan application from you, but I have just some basic information. So let's say I want to go ahead and send you a text back like, hi, Katie, this is Ashish, your loan officer. How are you doing today? So either I can tap on the whole thing, or I also have a quick response template right here, ready to go. So I'm going to text you like this. Could you please read for everybody the text you just got? And Eric, I'm going to do the exact same thing to you. So could you just please read the text that you got from me as well?
All right, mine says, hi, Katie, this is Ashish, your loan officer from Achiever Credit Union. How are you doing today?
Wonderful. And Eric, what did you get?
Hi, Eric. This is Ashish, your loan officer from Achiever Credit Union. How are you doing today?
So did you notice, both of you, it has your name, it has my name, it has the name of my credit union, and also my role and designation. What exactly do I do? Did you notice all of that? Yeah. So Eric, could you please write back something for me, preferably something nice for me?
That may take a minute.
Okay, Katie's already very nice. She said, I'm great, and say, hi, Katie. Okay, I'll call you ma'am. I'll say, ma'am, I got your loan application. Everything is good to go. Everything is good to go. I just need a copy of your pay stub. So Katie, if you could please take out your pay stub and be ready. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this button, and I'm going to go ahead and collect your pay stub like this over here. So Katie, could you please read for everybody the 2 texts you just got from me?
Sure. Ma'am, I got your loan application. Everything is good to go. I just need a copy of your pay stub. Dear
Perfect.
Katie, please click the link here to upload.
Okay, and what happens when you click on the link? And Eric, I send the same thing to you. So what happens when you click on the link, sir?
Looks like Katie's He's buying me a car.
Yeah.
I have a feeling both of you are going to buy a car together today.
Hey, remember I pushed home, so.
Damn. Mobile home?
Yeah. And what happens when you click on the link, both of you? Where does that take you?
I get a SMS email authentication
Okay.
to send a verification code.
So please, could you both of you do that, and let's see what happens after that. So this is where I'm authenticating their identity to make sure there's no fraud over here. So I'm going to send them a 6-digit code via text. And then let's see what happens after that.
Then it looks like I can attach my document. It's like
Yes, so can you
FTP
please
site.
click on the blue attach button there. Does it give you an option of clicking a picture?
Yep.
Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a selfie contest. So, Katie, can you click a selfie of everybody on this side of the room? And Eric, can you please click a selfie of everybody on that side of the room? Let's see who's a better clicker, okay?
Okay.
Quickly.
Go. All right, everyone. Get ready.
Okay, and then what happens? After you click a picture of your pay stub, what's happening next? Okay, it looks like Eric already uploaded his document. And by the way, for the rest of you, do you notice the moment Eric clicked on the link, I can track him right here. And the moment he uploads his pay stub, it's right here on my side.
When you say you can track him, you don't mean in like a creepy way, right?
No, in a very nice and respectful way, ma'am. Yeah. I just know that they actually clicked on the link, and the link opened up on their side. So let's say they don't upload a pay stub, then they probably most likely got stuck somewhere. So then I can probably text them back, is it everything okay, and things like that. Okay, this is Eric. I like the energy, sir, right here. Okay. Here's the next selfie. Oh.
Woohoo!
Sarah, can you please pick a winner, ma'am? Who's a better selfie taker?
Woohoo!
I tried. All right. So now we're going to do the last step. I'm going to have you sign your loan documents right here. So let's say I'm going to go online. I have your loan documents waiting to get signed right here. And Katie, let's say your email address is over here. And Eric, could you please help Katie out to be a co-signer on her loan?
Thanks, Eric.
I better be invited to the housewarming party.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to go ahead and add the signature tags over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and send both of you a text message where you can actually sign your loan documents. It's as simple as that. Okay. So Katie, here you go. And Eric, you're the co-signer over here. And I click on send. And now I'm going to click on send text. As simple as that. Okay. So Katie, could you read for everybody the text you just got? What does it say?
Hi, Katie. Your loan documents are ready for your review and e-signature here. And then it gives the link. Please click the link to follow the instructions for authentication to complete the document. Thank you, Ashish Garg.
Okay. So can both of you try signing? And please, could you quickly sign? Because I want to show everybody what happens when two strangers buy a home together.
Boy, is my wife going to be pissed.
Is your wife's name Katie, sir, by any chance?
Not yet. My rebound, though.
Yeah. So as all of you can see, like ma'am, the moment DocuSign opens, I know that they open the document on their phone. So let's say if they don't sign it, they get stuck somewhere, we can always text them back as a loan officer. So it's all happening over here. And looks like Eric has already completed. Eric, after you completed it, did you get a confirmation text?
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So the loan documents are right here. And Katie, which credit union, ma'am, do you belong to? Could you remind me, please?
Kohler Credit Union?
Pardon me?
Kohler Credit Union?
Kohler Credit Union. Okay. So is this your signature over here?
Yep.
Yeah. And Eric, is that you over here?
Yeah, it's really more of an autograph.
Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some good news. Katie has just signed an Eltropy contract. So thank you, my lady. We really, really, really appreciate that. And Sarah, this has been a wonderful ROI for our session today. But jokes apart, let me ask both of you a question. Sir, if you were to put yourself in the shoes of a member, how was your experience today? Right from when you scan the QR code till the end.
Yeah, super easy.
Yes. So that's what I hear, everybody. It's easy, it's convenient, it's quick, it's conversational. So did you notice every time I texted you, I had your name, I had my name, the name of my credit union, so you have context what is happening, right? So now imagine, let's say both of you go get your home, you're very, very happy. So now as a loan officer, what I can do here, I have this button over here called Request Review. So what I did right before this meeting, I actually configured 2 of Achiever's credit union's branches over here. And if you notice over here, I already have a Google link to the branch and a Yelp link. And let's say if you want to add a Facebook link, that can also be configured over here. So now as a loan officer, let's say I want to earn my $10 bonus. I come over here, I click on Done, and I send you a text like this. And Eric, I'm going to do the same. But from you, Eric, I'm going to collect a Yelp review right now. So Katie, could you please read for everybody the text you just got from me? What does that say?
Hi, Katie. Thank you for trusting us with your loan. We appreciate your business. Please submit your feedback when you have a moment by clicking here. Thank you.
OK. And Eric, I'm guessing you got something like this. What happens when you click on the link, ma'am? Where do you go?
It looks like I am going to a Google page for Achieva Credit Union.
Yes. And do you see 5 stars like you can click?
Yep.
Perfect. So this is actually a live link, ma'am, for Achieva Credit Union. So we're going to leave any reviews. Please leave only 5 stars. OK?
Perfect.
And Eric, how about you?
The exact same thing with Achieva for Yelp.
Yes. So now the timing was as such that, hey, we funded your loan. You're probably very, very happy. And you get a text message. And how easy or difficult was it to leave a review, ma'am?
Extremely simple.
Just click, 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 and done. It's as simple as that. As simple as that. And now here's an interesting thing. What I can do in this software, I can actually track my branches. So let's say you configure your branches over here. I can track how many reviews my branch is getting. So let's say at an executive level, even at the marketing level, you want to monitor, OK, which branch is getting more reviews, which branch is getting less reviews. So this is a live link. So in fact, we are tracking over here every month how many reviews we're getting by branch. So wouldn't it be nice, all of you as marketers, you could have a dashboard where you can go check how many reviews are we really getting. Now, let's make it even interesting. Wouldn't it be nice if you could actually compare your branches? Like which branch is getting more reviews, which branch is getting less. So if there's any branch that is getting less, you can tell your loan officers that, listen, next time you send a review, please send it for that branch. Right? And the most ultimate thing, wouldn't it be nice if you can actually compare yourself to your local competitor? So Eric, sir, you are in Ohio. Wouldn't it be nice around your branches, your competitors, right? And maybe, let's say, a national bank or a community bank, you can configure. And you had a dashboard, sir, that you could go to like this. And you could see your relative ranking. So this is what I showed at the Achieva Credit Union. So this is their ranking right now for this particular branch. And this is one of the competitors, another competitor. And of course, do you notice the national banks where they are? Over here. So wouldn't it be nice if you had these tools? You can analyze it, you can report on it, and collect reviews. So Katie, by doing this, what I just showed you, ma'am, it took Carolina Foothills Federal Credit Union 6 months to go from 3.2 to 4.9. And now they are the #1 rated financial institution in the entire state of South Carolina. So what if Kohler Credit Union could be #1 rated? What would that mean to you, ma'am?
That would be awesome.
So it takes 3 very simple steps, a little bit of a process change, which is maybe rewarding your loan officers to do this, maybe $10 per review. You can start with, do it for 3 months. And it doesn't, Eric, it doesn't take thousands of reviews, sir. Because let's say you have only 3 reviews, mostly a negative. The moment you get 10 or 15,
Thanks for
pause.
reminding me.
Okay, that was not my intention. But the moment, sir, you get, let's say, 10 or 15 or 20, boom, you go from 3.1 to 4.9. As simple as that. OK, so that's all I had for everybody today. I have 8 minutes left. Any other questions from anybody? Katie, does it seem easy enough to do, what I just showed you?
Yes, absolutely.
It's just about somebody in the credit. This is what Shannon did at Carolina Foothills. She went to her CEO, And Alex, she was just out of college just like you, and she told us, see you, sir, I'm going to own this, and I'm going to get it done. And 6 months, it got done. Yes. Wonderful. So, any questions so far? Anybody? This seemed easy enough.
Anybody else? Right, it's so easy. It's a text message away. You could be the #1 credit union in your state.
Yeah. So what I showed you today was reputation management using text. I showed you a little bit of lending. There are a lot of different ways you can use this technology. And there's something brand new that we've launched called Pizza Tracker for Loans. Does anybody know what is Pizza Tracker for Loans? Yeah. What is it, ma'am?
Well, there's a pizza tracker app. There's a pizza tracker app, and I think it's Domino's. Is
Yes.
it Domino's?
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, you know when they're making your pizza, you know when it goes in the oven, you know when it's done, you know when it's in the car, you know when it's on the way. I mean, you're never afraid to open your door because you know it's the pizza guy.
Bingo.
So you can track it in every step of the process to get your pizza.
Yes, and there's actually text messages. So, ma'am, I have young children, and we order a lot of pizza, so I know this by experience. So every step of the way, the moment you order, you get a text. The moment it's in the oven, you get a text. So this is what I call the irony of America. In America today, it's easy to track a $15 pizza, but a mortgage is very difficult to track. This is the irony of America, that for a mortgage, you have to call, what's the status? What's the status? What's the status? What's the status? So wouldn't it be nice, let's say, if we could do this automatically, ma'am? The moment you pre-approve a member, they get a text instantly. And by the way, that member that applied for a loan, I have a feeling that member is also shopping around. So the moment you approve a loan, they get a text. Aha, you got them on the hook, right? The moment it goes to the next step, let's say you need a stipulation, you need another document, they get a text. So that's the whole idea of called Pizza Tracker for loans.
So why is there so much friction in getting the permission to text?
Very good question, very good question. The question the lady asked is that, Ashish, why is there so much friction in collecting permission to do a text? So, ma'am, I've read a lot of law around this. So I'll give the short answer. Text messaging is regulated by the US government. Email is not. That's why all of you have spam in your email. Because I can take Katie's email address, I can preemptively opt her in a spam list. The only option she has is opt out. And every time Katie tries to opt out, I make it more and more difficult. So all of us are living in spam hell for email. Text messaging is regulated by the government. So what the government says, they have two types of text, informational and promotional. For promotional texting, you need written consent. But for informational texting, there's something called implied consent. So let's say if Katie gives her phone number, her cell phone number to the credit union, either when she became a member in a loan application, the very fact she gave her number means she's giving consent to receive text messages for informational purposes. So for example, the Domino's Pizza Tracker text you get is an informational text. So they don't need you to sign anything. The very fact you gave them the number means they can text you. For example, how many people here get dental appointment reminders via text? Or hairstylist appointment reminder via text? Do you remember signing anything for that? Because it's implied consent. So if you give them, so ma'am, what happens with most credit unions? 66% of all phone numbers you have in your database are cell phone numbers. The very fact you have them, you can use that for informational texting, and Pizza Tracker is an informational text. So Pizza Tracker, informational text, payments, informational, reputation management, informational. The only time you cannot text them without prior written thing is when you're trying to promote a new loan product, when you're trying to sell something. Apart from that, you can text people. Okay, so to conclude today is if you don't take charge of your reputation, then somebody else will. And who has charge of your reputation today? Eric?
Who has charge of it?
Who's taken charge of your reputation on the internet?
By members.
The angry members, the very small minority of angry members, sir, they have taken charge of your online reputation. Because, sir, you have not taken charge of that. We're all in a reactive mode, but, sir, the day we take charge and we become proactive, we own our online reputation. So please don't let anybody else do this. Okay, any closing questions before I conclude today? Okay, I have a question for all of you. Of all places in America that I could have come to, why? Why did I select Santa Barbara, California? Reviews? No. Anybody else? Anybody else? It was actually because of Baywatch. Because growing up in India, Baywatch was a very popular series, and I badly wanted to meet CJ, if you know who that is. So I came to America, but sir, I went to every single beach in Santa Barbara in LA. I couldn't find these people. So I have no idea where these people live. So America, I really feel cheated. And that's all I had. Thank you very much.